1979, there was a movie called The Amityville Horror. A family move into a house which turns out to be haunted. Fast forward to the present day, and what exactly happened? There seems to have been an entire franchise of Amityville movies, most of which have no connection to the original as far as I can see. We've had movies involving Bigfoot, killer clowns, sharks, a trip to outer space, and someone please tell me this is an April Fool's Day joke.
My heart fills with bliss at the mere thought of this.
One of the movies involves a Karen, which if you're not aware is a middle-class woman who is generally rude, obnoxious, snooty and overprivileged. And true to form, she goes around making the lives of her neighbours a misery, and being generally obnoxious. Then again, maybe she's just bitter because they turned her down for a creature from the Black Lagoon. Also in the movie is a brewery, which is losing money and down on its luck. You wouldn't have thought that the number of times you see people drinking wine. One day, Karen helps herself to a bottle of the wine, but it's cursed wine apparently, and so she turns into a possessed maniac. At least I hope that's what's happening here. Just out of interest, does anyone involved in this movie have any kind of acting experience whatsoever? I can honestly believe there was no script. Quite often it just feels like they're improvising. Other times it just feels like people are delivering their lines with all the enthusiasm of someone who's just been dragged out the pub and told they'll be given a fiver if they read out what's written on this board. At one point there seems to be an up-and-coming band.
Why did we form a band? Not a chamber of horrors.
The people here are quite obviously playing to the camera, and at one point the movie apparently tries to reenact a Dalek story. Well, the movie's got a leading lady with absolutely no likeable qualities whatsoever, and there's some bloke waving his arse at the camera, so they could go off in the TARDIS for the next series of exciting, fun-packed adventures. Yeah. Perhaps this movie might have worked better if it had been a sketch, or a 20-minute part of an anthology series, but it's ridiculously over length and it feels it. In fact, it just seems more like a bunch of fans are making a home video for YouTube or something. You just wonder what they're going to come up with next to drag the Amityville name further into the mud.
Are you a Karen? Are you making the lives of others a misery? Acting like one who will someday face an eternity of torture and damnation in hell? Keep it up.
We look like some extras from the living dead.
And the perverted fear of violence